I'm sure by now we've all seen the videos going viral in regards to Nataleebfitness. She is opening a female-only gym called the Girl Sports, and she made a video yesterday and said our gym would only cater to biological women only. And since yesterday, everyone has been tearing this woman apart. And I actually feel sorry for her. I actually do. I don't know her personally, but I actually do, because I feel like people are bullying her at this point. And I hope the way people are bullying her right now would not get to her and, stop her from this dream. I really want her to go ahead with this dream of gym sport, the girl sport, because it's a good idea. But what I don't understand is, she said it's for biological women, and a lot of women are online shouting, crying, why are you not including trans women? Trans women, let's be honest with ourselves. This is not a matter of being transphobic. There's no transfer at this point. This is 2025. No one cares anymore about, what people choose to do with their lives. Let's be honest. No one cares. Maybe all those old people, younger generation, no one cares. Like, live your life the way you want to live it. No one is transphobic. But trans women, let's be honest with yourself. Let's be honest, yeah? You're never going to feel safe in a women-only zone or men-only zone. You're never going to feel safe. Men would obviously be men. Can't stand their ass. But women will also not make you feel comfortable in their space. A lot of women would not. Some women might, but a lot of women would not. And I'm sure you guys have experienced this. So why don't you do it this way? Trans women, open your own trans women-only gym. And everybody's a winner. Open your own trans-only women gym, where you only cater to trans women who can understand what you're going through, who can understand your transitions and everything. Because a biological woman, we're never going to understand what your transition. I'm never going to understand your transition. I will never understand, because I can never feel it. And you're never going to understand, me having cramps, me having PCOS, me having different stuff going on in my body. You're never going to understand me either. So for you guys to feel really, really safe and secure, open a trans women only gym. And everybody's fine, because I don't understand why they're trying to tear this girl apart, this Natalie apart. Like, I feel like in this country called United Kingdom, yeah, we like to tear each other apart, most especially when we see each other climbing a ladder of success. We love to tear each other apart. And wallahi, our energy, we divert it into the wrongest people sometimes on this social media and in this country called UK. The government are effing us back, left, right, center. I don't see your energy diverting towards them. But someone that has decided to open a tiny small gym and call it women only gym and biological women only gym, all of a sudden everybody's on social media, everybody and their great grandma. Come on. And then some people are saying, oh, she's segregating. Come on. It's 2025. The entire world is they segregate us everywhere. You see middle class, lower class, higher class. Is that a segregation? Like, we get segregated all our lives. Let's not act as if we all live in peace and harmony all the time. There's always segregation, everything we do, everywhere we go. And I understand some people are saying, 4 years ago, she opened a GoFundMe and people contributed towards the gym. Natalie, if you see this video, do me something good. Refund that £2,000 to GoFundMe with interest, and let GoFundMe send that money back to everybody that contributed into it. And that way, everybody is fine. You can go and build your girls only gym, biological girls only gym. And trans women too, they find like a, donor, a sponsor that can help them build a trans women only gym, and everybody will be happy. Because you guys don't understand the amount of thought process that might have gone behind her making that decision, because she changed her mind according to people 4 years ago. From 4 years ago, you don't know what has made her change her mind. So guys, come on, let's stop tearing each other apart. Let's stop it. Let's support each other. Come on. And trans women, if truly you're true women, you're supposed to support women, not tear her apart. So please, guys, since yesterday, the entire TikTok, we can't even watch anything else anymore. Anytime I scroll, Natalie this, Natalie that, I'm like, rest.
Everyone's up in arms about the female-only gym that's only going to be allowing biological cisgendered women into the gym, when initially she did say that it was going to be for all women, including trans women. I don't really think it's the end of the world. Look, someone's always going to be upset and somebody's always going to be left out. She said she should have stuck by her word. She shouldn't have said that she was going to let them in. But she's entitled to change her mind. And I get that the trans community are upset by this. But let me just flip it. If I lived there, I would allow my daughter to go to a female-only gym. I don't want for my teenage child to be in a gym and potentially be seeing male genitalia. However that upsets you, that's your business. That's my child. I don't want her to be seeing that. She's not seen it before. She shouldn't be seeing it in a gym space. And that's the reason I don't allow her to go to gyms by herself. There's many other reasons. People are going to have many other opinions about it. So that's fine. But there's always been spaces for different subsections of the female community. There's been spaces for gay women and spaces for black women and spaces for Muslim women. It's always been a thing. If the trans community are really hurt, then maybe they can create their own gym. They can create a gym and it's just going to be for trans women. Or somebody else can create a gym and it can be for females, including trans females. It's not really the end of the world. I feel like everyone's getting a little bit too angry about this. There's bigger fish that we should be frying right now, guys.
I've never seen a group of people want someone to fail so badly in my life. You guys hate Natalie, and it really shows. Instead of putting this energy to fight the big people, the Trumps, the crazy people of the world, the people who control the things of this world, you guys are fighting a new mum at that, who's just trying to open a safe space for women. Pulling out words like transphobic. Yikes, guys. I really don't like getting involved in these politic things because it's long, everyone cancel culture. But at this point, this is some serious bullying. Give the girl a break. Like, she legit cannot catch a break. At first it was she's stolen everyone's money. Proved you guys wrong. Now she's transphobic. What an idea. She started when she was 20, by the way. 20. Like, when you start a business, that vision for the business at the beginning is not going to be that same business once it launches. Like, and that's okay. That's okay to have a different target audience. That's all right. And if people are upset about that, you do it then. You start that space. You do it. You do it.
Not to be defending Nataleebfitness and her whole views on the trans community, because that is above me intellectually. You know, I don't have the depth or the realm or whatever it is, the scope to discuss that topic. But let's stop saying that it was a bait and switch. Okay? In terms of public funding, she's broken it down. Her GoFundMe raised 22,000. Yeah? 20k of that came from Gymshark. The public only raised £2,000. The reason why Gymshark donated to her is because she and them had a long-standing relationship. She has been a fitness influencer and worked with them before. Okay? The rest of the money that she got, 50k, was from her own money, and then the rest was from her trying to find loans. So it was not a bait and switch. It was not your money that was used to go into that. So let's be accurate when we're talking, okay?
Disclaimer, I am not giving my opinion because I am self-PR trained. That being said, we live in a society that yearns for inclusion. Our generation that we live in, we love of inclusivity, diversity. It makes our mouth water. In creating a women's only gym, you challenge that societal value. In reality, you would always be at risk of facing some type of backlash for not being inclusive. However, I'm 99% sure that this woman has contemplated the consequences and backlash for years. A lot of people were on board with the segregation, let's just call it that for now, until it did not align with the vision that they had for a women's only gym. Also, my mic isn't on if you haven't already clocked. It's just for aesthetic purposes.
This whole conversation regarding the trans women not being allowed into the Girl Spot gym is really, really interesting because I think people need to see the nuances in conversation, and this is why critical thinking is important. Regardless if the owner's intention is not to be transphobic, the message that you are sending in itself both promotes transphobia, fuels an argument for transphobia, and therefore is therefore transphobic. Because by saying that in order to make your space safe, trans women cannot be a part of it sends a message that trans women risk the safety of cis women, which therefore suggests that they operate in the same way that cis het men would. Now that is dangerous, no matter what your intention is. Even if you are someone who wants equal spaces and safe spaces for women, trans women are a part of that because they operate in society as women, right? And are at risk of, and especially being a black female owner and seeing what happens to black trans women, and then also seeing how cis black women are treated for seeming masculine or for seeming not feminine enough. It speaks volumes. So I feel like this is even a message to people, to the owner. I think this is a message for people who are trying to say that, oh, people just, mincing her words and blah, blah, blah. No matter what her intentions were in that original video, it speaks towards something else. And if, unfortunately, you have to see who your allies are, because if you're in the comments and the people who are agreeing with you are actually completely explicitly transphobic, then you have to think about, are you on the right side of this argument? Think about the people who are agreeing with you.
Excluding trans women from their gym. I'm going to tell you why this is not only bad for trans women, but also bad for cis women and Muslim women. But I personally think you can think different. I think Muslim women have been used as a scapegoat by this brand. If she truly cared about Muslim women, this would have been at the forefront of her business from the beginning, and she would have said that before she accepted donations from people that thought it would be trans inclusive. A lot of people say, oh, she's allowed to change her mind. Okay, why do you think she changed her mind? Because you as a Muslim woman are profitable to her. Trans women make up 0.1% of the population. Muslim women make up far more than that. You are profitable. You will bring more money to her business, because at the end of the day, this is a business. It is all about profit. Gag is, the gym isn't Muslim inclusive anyway. There will be filming there because it's run by an influencer. She has said herself that there will be filming committed there. You're not always going to know if someone is filming you. You might be in the background of a video, and as a Muslim woman, you probably can't risk that if you're not wearing your hijab or you're wearing like immodest clothes. That is my opinion, because if someone truly cared about your religion and your people, you would be there in their mind in the beginning when you're making a business. You wouldn't be there as a scapegoat to excuse bigotry and transphobia. It's an excuse to avoid being called a transphobe. But that's out the way. How does this affect bio women? A lot of women have PCOS, they have broad shoulders, they have a boxy figure, they can be seen as manly. What if they're mistaken for a trans girl when they walk into that gym? How are you going to enforce this? How are you going to know? And how are you going to do it without going into illegal territory? Discrimination is illegal, and this being in place, enforcing this, can have some horrendous humiliation for some cis women who are deemed manly. So many trans women that pass and you will not be able to tell. How are you going to enforce it? Last thing is essay, and that is the worst thing I've ever heard someone say. How they want to make it a safe space for women so trans women aren't welcome because of essay. I can't believe this. Rate that cis women essay, physically abuse, anything like that, is much higher than the rate that trans women do. In fact, the rate of a man dressing up as a woman to get into a women's only gym is minute compared to that of women, cis women, that essay. Argument is invalid. You can get essayed by anyone of any gender. Putting these measures in place doesn't actually help women, it harms them. You have demonized trans women into being these horrible monsters who essay, who do this, when they don't. They are actually more likely than us to get essayed and to deal with abuse just for being trans. I want all women, trans, cis, Muslim women, to all have a safe space, okay? You all deserve it. However, when a person or a group hates a certain group for being a minority, right? Do you really think they're going to like you, another minority? Muslim women get so much hatred every single day, and using them as a scapegoat can really, really harm them. In my opinion, I'm not saying it's true, it just doesn't add up to me, and conservatism is on the rise as well, so I'm not really surprised. I'm sorry if my words aren't cohesive. I love all of you, and I really think we should just be able to coexist peacefully, but with these horrible narratives, I don't think we will be able to.
Yeah, can we hang up this Natalie B discourse, please? Because I'm tired. I am tired of seeing her face pop up on my For You page. I am tired of seeing those old videos and the old tweets of her standing up and being an ally, to now fast forward to backtrack and say that, well, her gym needs to be a safe space for women only, and it's for biological women because, you know, she was a saint. And you know, she's going to be having classes for biological women. I'm going to say this really, really slowly, right? Not even slowly. I'm going to use simple words. Very simple words. Trans women are not the problem. They are not dangerous. There's nothing to dissect about that sentence. Every single word I said, in the order I said it in, meant that. Excluding trans women from women-only spaces is TERF behaviour. If you believe that trans women are women, there is no reason why they should be excluded in this gym concept that she has. She's changed her mind on that. Cool. Run people their money back. The people that donated money under the assumption that trans women will be included, give them their money back. I'm tired. Leave trans women alone.